I think South Africans are mature enough to understand that you need a moral agreement between South Africans. There are people who can afford to pay for certain things. There are people who can't afford to pay for anything. Can we have an agreement as South Africans that those of us who are able to pay for most things, we will continue doing so that the money that is available can be directed mostly to those who are not able to pay anything for themselves because they're really poor, right? So that in the end, all of us reach the same starting point in life where we can take charge of opportunities. That's what politics should be about, and not about utopia where everything is easy. We have a lot of black donors, by the way. Our very first donor, very first donor, it was 15,000 Rand, was a business person from Vilakazi Street. I will never forget. We still have the pictures. We went there to present our case to this gentleman, and he said, "Ish, after COVID, things are rough and so on, but I'll do something for you." And they did, and he spoke to other people, friends and associates of his, and they started kind of pulling together. What people are weaponizing is the fact that we have had careers, some of us. So they make this assumption that because you've had this career, you must be funded by white people. But as the chief fundraiser of Rise Mzansi, I will tell you, we still need 80% of the budget we need for the election. We still don't have it.
Right now,
we still need about 75 to 80% of what we need to reach the goals that we've set for ourselves. It's a daily struggle. After this conversation, I'm going to another fundraising conversation.
Is it? Where do you see South Africa going in the next 4 years?
Our aim is to reach 1 million people as part of this mission by the end of March next year. I can share this number because this is airing much later on. We are at about 22,000 people a week.
A week?
A week, yeah. That are joining part of this journey, because we've been at it for over a year. So that's the first one. Make sure you can put a strong showing in the election. Post-election, it's not complicated. Let us get the basics right. Make sure we fix state finances. Appoint the right people into the right roles. Then you can have the right plans, whether it is the economy, it is local government, and so on. And then have a parliament that can pass the necessary laws to make all of these things possible. Not complicated. Anybody who says you need to come up with a very long shopping list is playing. But ultimately, what we want is a fundamental objective. I wasn't just talking earlier on. We want, within the first 5 years, every family in South Africa to have 3 healthy meals a day. If we can do that as a society, believe me, that would be a big tick already. And yet we want to nationalize this and do that, and that people are hungry. Like, how does this help me put food on the table?